Yeah, listener, of course I knew that. I mean, I was trying to make a bigger point on the styles and the body types and what happened. But, I remember when there was an article in Ring or KO or one of the magazines, it was talking about Orlin. And Tyson's people said Orlin Norris will not be in the next 10 opponents of Mike Tyson. And as a young boy, I didn't understand that. Norris was in the top 10 of like all three organizations. He was on quite a run. And, I was very pure, very young, very innocent while it was the business model. I mean, Terry Norris and his brother Orlin were managed by Joe Sayadovich, I think his name was. And they lived east of San Diego in Campo. And of course, I grew up in San Diego from 14 on, right? So, they were very special fighters to me, like in a city where like there was very little boxing. Spud boxing gym would open and close, sporadically downtown. But Orlin and Terry trained out there in Campo, which was kind of rural. Sayadovich was kind of like a cowboy. And the reality was Sayadovich was their promoter, and Don King wasn't going to allow somebody who was not promoted by him any crack at the heavyweight title. And those little hints, those little clues were meant to teach me about life, like early. Like, not that I understood what was going on at the time, but later I would understand that this is how life is. And, if you don't play the game, you don't get to eat the dinner, and, I was sad that Orlin's career got stunted that way. And so was Joe Sayadovich or whatever his name was. Like, he said something, look, I feel really sorry for Orlin. With Terry, he was able to self-actualize with Terry, right? Terry, beat Sugar Ray Leonard. I don't know why in the heck Sugar Ray took that fight, except I think he thought that Terry Norris was a lot like him and he would know how to beat him. But I knew as soon as he picked Terry Norris, it was the wrong fight to pick. Maybe it was the fact that Terry Norris got knocked out by Julian Jackson on Wide World of Sports or whatever the networks was, and he thought like that chin would be vulnerable. But Jackson was a murderous puncher. That was like his main deal. And Sugar Ray was a very skilled boxer, but I wouldn't put him in the puncher class as Julian Jackson, the Hawk. But yeah, man, the Norris brothers were absolutely excellent fighters. My favorites for a time. Terry was a staple in the San Diego scene. I saw him at clubs with Mario Lopez. Like, oh, who's next, Terry, to go? Just waiting. I remember that weird trilogy he had with that Mexican guy. He kept hitting after the bell. The Mexican guy didn't care. He was kept earning money for rematch after rematch, even though he was a journeyman and hopelessly outclassed. But that was another lesson for me in what is truly boxing and what's truly important. It's the money. Like, the money is what keeps it all together. Otherwise, it would just be like backroom brawling. So, yeah, thanks for that check, listener. I knew that as soon as I said it, and I knew you would check me. Everybody, read my book, Warrior of the Light.